What up, what up, what up? It's your boys, April Fool's Pod. We are back at it again with episode 106.
3-week hiatus.
Little 3-week hiatus, little 3-week break.
Little
but
break.
we are back. Sorry about the break, guys. But we're here.
Got some special guests.
Some special guests, a few of our friends from Nighttime Drive. The boy Lorenzo.
And Delmone.
What's up, y'all?
If you guys just want to give just a little intro, let everybody know who you guys are, what you do, and all that.
Yeah, my name is Lorenzo. I go by LJ the Kid. I am a musician, producer, and sound engineer. And this is my brand, Nighttime Drive. I kind of run that, and trying to get it going.
Delmone?
And my name is Saxophone Delmone, a.k.a. Cyber Sax. I'm just an entertainer. Yeah, man.
AKA Midnight Creeper.
All day sleeper, baby. I'm a musician. I do a little bit of stand-up. I act. I'm a sound designer for a film, and I'm a producer.
That's dope.
Man, I do everything that keeps me on the bus. I'll drive the bus. I'll sell merch. I'll do security.
Whatever keeps you on the bus. That's awesome. So, how long has Nighttime Drive been around? How long have you guys known each other?
Like 3 hours.
3 hours, nice.
Yeah, no, I saw him on the street. I was like, hey, bro, you want to do a podcast? Put this jacket on.
Thank you. Just need a sandwich.
So I met him about 10 years ago, almost. I was working to learn sound engineering. I started working in the band that he was with, and we've kind of hung out and known each other ever since. And Nighttime Drive started about the time COVID hit.
Okay.
Started writing music and decided to kind of move on to start doing my own music. And I enlisted, the best help I could find, basically.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, when you guys did our live show, I want to say it was not this past birthday, but the birthday before, we had you guys there, and that was
It was a hit.
It was awesome. People loved it.
So we hadn't had that before. We hadn't had was Slums of Harvard there too?
Nuh-uh. We haven't had.
Did he
go
go
one
up?
One of the homies from Slums of Harvard.
What's his name again?
Oh, yeah.
Leroy sang.
Leroy, yes.
Yeah, he
Shout out
came up.
Leroy. He came up and did.
And sang with you guys. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was awesome. That was
Yeah.
that was fun. It just it kept
absolutely
everybody
was.
locked in, and then we went on after and kind of did our thing. But I do remember getting really, everybody was like, oh, that was a really good band. Like, who are they? So
You guys played at Marble, I think, either a week or like a month before.
Mm-hmm.
When we went.
exactly,
right?
yeah.
We were like, oh, this would be sweet, yeah.
Yeah, that was
sure.
fun.
Get a sponsorship from Marble.
Right?
Shout out.
Yeah.
you 2 beers.
Best hot dog beers in
You get
Mexico.
2 beers.
In a wristband.
That's hot dog water and
Free admission.
Yeah, best hot dog water in New Mexico for sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
Just flash dance it all over. Before every show, we'll spread it out in the crowd like Steve Aoki.
Right? So you play the sax, right? You play the sax.
Yeah, keys.
Keys, everything.
Sing
How long
and
have you
rap.
been doing that? Like, as long as,
Oh, now you're gonna date me?
let's get dated, dog.
Gotta bring it back.
I've been
Let's
doing this since I
go.
was 8.
Damn.
I'll just say that. So over 30 years. Been on tour. I started playing in New Orleans with the Marsalis camp. Went Marsalis and Bradford and all those guys.
That's sick.
And doing the church thing. And then I toured. Just started touring when I was 14. I started playing. My first band was with Bo Diddley. I was playing cowbell with him, and he wouldn't let me play saxophone. He's like, "Until you practice, son, you can sit on the speaker and play this cowbell."
Every time I try to get him to play the cowbell at a show, he's like, it's going to be an extra $400, dude.
PTSD. Yeah.
I mean,
I started with Bo
I'm
Diddley.
endorsed. But no, I've been touring since I was 14. Toured all 50 states. Toured most of Europe, Bermuda, Mexico,
That's
Canada,
awesome, bro.
and
That's
Rio
really
Rancho.
Well, how did you end up here?
New
Mexico.
in Albuquerque.
Yeah, how'd you end up in little old Albuquerque?
You said
bro?
you're from Alaska?
Yeah, born in Korea, raised in Alaska, and then I got a scholarship for music and rugby out to UNM.
Oh,
and
okay.
And I just love it out here, so I just stayed.
That's
after
awesome,
I graduated.
Bro. Hell yeah. The weather's a little nice today, too.
Yeah,
I
I
like
love
the
it.
little overcast.
Power went out of work today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
did
are
it?
saying, it did for me too. You guys were saying you haven't done it in 3 weeks. It's been like 110 until like yesterday.
Yeah, I think we
Oh,
just
yeah.
haven't left the house.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
haven't left the
Like,
house.
it's too hot to come and do this.
Well, I was just in Phoenix this past weekend, and it was like 105 15 degrees every day.
Oh, it's cold.
And it was like
cold in
100,
Phoenix,
yeah,
so-
like 105 at night when the sun was out. And I'm like, I can't do this for sure. And so coming back home, I was like, okay, it's not that bad. It's not that hot.
I was just touring in the South, dude, and it was horrible.
Humid.
Oh, the
Humid
humidity.
is what you're sweating in the shower.
Yeah.
Like you need a shower because you just took a shower.
You shower right after.
Bro, the humidity will whoop your ass.
Yeah.
That shit is real. I remember going down to New Orleans, and I would just walk out and just drip. I didn't even have to wear like lotion. Usually I'm dry as fuck all the
I'm a
time,
lotion whore.
and I lotion up. But out there, I really didn't. Like my skin was thriving.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
you just step out naked.
glowing.
fucking-
Yeah,
You're wasting your
exactly.
time lotioning
yeah,
up in New
you're
Orleans.
wasting your time. That shit's just gonna melt off you.
Yeah.
We're in the South.
South Carolina, Houston, it's Texas, South North Carolina, all kinds of places.
That's cool. You did that with Nighttime Drive, or you did that?
That one was I was touring with an artist, Don Tolliver,
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Oh, that
It's,
is. That's awesome.
doing some pretty big rooms. It was a good time.
That's awesome, bro.
So you sing or do you play instruments too?
That one I was audio.
Okay.
I'm a sound engineer.
Gotcha.
That's my day job, basically.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. Doing what you love for sure.
Yeah, it's
That's
always
awesome.
music. Everything has to be music. I, made a lot of sacrifices to make that happen, and then COVID hit, and I was like, I'd rather be broke than a musician.
Yeah.
All this money. Why do I have all this?
Yeah. That's cool. Well, I'm glad it's working itself out, bro. You had a little tour. How's the tour life? Like, how is that? Like, just being not home for that amount of time.
It always depends on what kind of tour you're on. I know me and him have been on, small tours like in a van all the way up to bigger tours on a bus. And as far as like being away from home, it doesn't matter what kind of tour you're on.
Yeah.
Whether you're on the low end or the high end, like you always start missing home. Like I have a little dog that I was missing. I miss the food here, of course, always.
That's what I was saying. That I don't know who I was talking to, but I'm like, people outside of like New Mexico don't have like red chili, green chili, so it's not like a thing.
Nothing.
Where it's like,
any of that.
you know how much you're fucking missing out on.
Like, just flavor.
Yeah, just on flavor alone.
Yep. Once
Like
you hit Gallup or Clovis, the chili, it becomes like, what is it? Chili con carne?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, where I'm from, it's just regular chili, but out here, you have to say the con carne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Queso.
Yeah, exactly.
How was Phoenix?
Phoenix is cool
Why were you there?
for a bachelor party.
For who?
My buddy Dom. Shout out Dom.
Shout out Dom. Congratulations.
Getting
Did I
married.
know Dom?
Did he make it through?
He made it through. Well, barely.
How's he
It was
doing?
close.
It was
It
close.
was close. It was close.
a tie game all the way to the fourth quarter.
I thought we were gonna have a divorce party before we got back.
That's horrible.
Well, still shout out to Dom.
Yeah,
man.
shout out Dom. We had a good time. Yeah. Yeah.
But tour life is when you're first starting out, it's great. But when you spend years and years and years on the road, it gets a little rough. I did 15 years, 8 to 10 months on the road straight, and you lose. You miss everything. You miss every graduation. You miss every dues night out, like birthdays, childbirths. So you start losing friends.
Dude,
real
I can even
fast.
imagine. That sounds crazy. I think when I went to Cancun this summer, and I was gone for like 8 days, and I was like, damn, I need my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to get home to be in my own bed.
Yeah.
Like just to be in like my own like area. That's like all I want.
You can't drink the water out there either. You get diarrhea.
I don't think so.
The tap water.
Got diarrhea.
The tap
anyway.
water. I didn't get diarrhea. So I was slamming some water. So sun hits different out there.
But
So.
yeah, even like for me, I've toured in a lot of like really like cool camps where they put you up in amazing hotels, and it still doesn't matter. Like
Yeah,
5-star
I'm sure,
bed,
bro.
4-star bed, you still just want to be in your bed.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We were sleeping in whatever, a 5-star bed, and I'm just like, shit, just not hitting right.
Yep.
This isn't what I want.
But
I need
I
my
do like
musty ass little pillow.
room service is
Yeah,
nice though.
room service is nice.
Oh yeah.
So the nighttime drive band, you want to get into that?
Yeah. So it did start out. It was going to be the band Nighttime Drive. I was living in LA for about 4 years, and I was driving on the freeway, and an image popped in my head, Nighttime Drive in a marquee. And like that was before I ever wrote a song. That was before I ever did anything like that. And I still, like, as soon as I got to work, I, like, bought the website, the domain name, and I made sure that I had that on lock. Just because, I don't know, there's something about it, Nighttime Drive. The rhythm of it felt right. And then COVID hit, and I started writing my first song and started producing it with friends of mine. He played sax on it. My friend Mike C., he's an amazing producer. He's worked with Michael Jackson. He's worked with A$AP Rocky all the way to Baby Bash, and he was a big part of that, that Chicano hip-hop scene that was pretty hot in the 2000s. He helped me actually orchestrate it all and put it together. I came back home and recorded with everybody, and that was around the time I decided to move back from LA to here. That was about November of 2020. I was like, this is too fun. I enjoy it. The song that I'm planning on releasing this summer that I wrote, to me, that song is too good for me not to chase that. Because I love the process of that. And I never really had the patience for it before. But after being in LA and kind of doing the rat race and starting to actually finally get to the point where I was going to work with some pretty big artists like Cypress Hill, Jackson Brown, like a bunch of big names that I was working with, I would kind of realize it wasn't what I wanted anymore. Not as bad as I wanted to write songs and perform them with my friends. So I came back, enlisted his help to kind of help me put it together, help me get in the right headspace to be able to do a band, because it's just not easy, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
I couldn't even imagine. Yeah.
It's a lot of doubt. It's a lot of struggle, and without his help, I mean, I wouldn't be nearly as far as I am. But spent the last few years kind of building up the brand that is Nighttime Drive, and building everything up outside of just the branding, because the branding is huge. It takes a while to kind of figure out what you want to do with it. But after kind of building up that brand so much, I kind of realized that the brand might be bigger than just the music. So I decided to go from the Nighttime Drive band to now Nighttime Drive is the brand, it's the label, it is going to be everything. It's going to be the XO to my weekend. And then me, my artist name is LJ the Kid. And so basically Nighttime Drive is going to be what's behind LJ the Kid, but hopefully, Nighttime Drive is going to be what's behind other artists too, because there's some amazing musicians and artists out here that just don't have access to, high-end production or, marketing or, stuff that artists don't really think about.
Even the stuff you guys already like bring to the table, whatever, 15 years, 30 years of
Experience.
work, experience and everything, definitely does helps out somebody somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
People who are just kind of getting into it. I mean, me and him kind of just whatever. We just kind of winged it and ended up in a pretty good situation. But if we had somebody there to like, hey, do this, do that, try this, it might have been made life a little bit easier, a little bit quicker,
For sure.
Oh, it hasn't been easy. We go at it.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's
Yeah.
been some heated nights, but
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't let him go out there by himself. From what we've all been through, and I knew where he was trying to go with it. Like, so, and anybody else helping you? He's like, nah. I'm like, what do you mean? No, nobody's. From like our old camps, said everybody's got their own thing going. I couldn't. And him coming from LA, he knows what it's like.
Oh,
I was gonna say, how was LA? Would you ever? What are your feelings about Los Angeles?
I love Los Angeles. It was a big part of the reason that I even started what I was doing musically, because I had been out there for like 3 years, and that was around the time I started to like really start producing songs and like really messing around with ideas, because I never had the patience for it before. And it's a really inspiring place to be in, because I mean, somebody told me before, like somebody steps out of the plane or steps out of the car when they're ready to be there and like record or just make something of themselves, and the air is different, the standard is different, of course the technology, everybody's up to date on what's new, and for some people that's not really their vibe, but for me, going there as a 21-year-old kid who's like, okay, I've done what I can do in New Mexico, and I kind of see where the end of the road is if I just stay here. I need to go be around people that everybody is better than me.
Doing it at the highest level.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
For sure. Like if you're not around somebody, if you're not constantly around people who are better than you at what you're doing, then your standard doesn't necessarily go up for yourself. I feel, and that's what LA did for me.
1,000%.
Yeah,
For sure.
That's a good way to think about it, for sure. Damn.
Yeah, what is it? You are who the 5 people. You're like a combination of the 5 people you surround yourself with, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
That's awesome. So your music, do you like take inspiration from like anybody specifically, or is it kind of just a little different than normal?
It's different than normal, but it's only because I'm taking from so many different places. The music that I make, I'm calling Chicano pop, which Chicano meaning, American, Spanish, native, Mexican, it's kind of a mixture of things, right? And as growing up as a Chicano, I heard everything. I heard rock, I heard soul music from the 60s constantly, I heard, different hip-hop, pop, all of these different genres I grew up with, and that's kind of what I'm bringing to my music. It's
Okay.
a mixture between soul, hip-hop, pop, a little bit of rock, and, probably a few other things, some country in there. Like, it's definitely a mixture of so many different artists. It's hard to nail it down.
That's awesome. And you said
Love that.
your single's coming out soon? When is it?
Yeah, it's going to be coming out within the next week and a half.
Okay.
About. It's called Shoulder. It's kind of a remix of Paul Anka, Puts Your Head on My Shoulder. Some of that old soul stuff that I grew up listening to. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. We'll plug all platforms everywhere.
Yeah, it'll be up on everything.
Yeah, we'll plug all your guys' stuff
Oh, yeah.
on the episode
For sure.
too. So
That's cool.
that's exciting.
How long did it take you? Like, what did you put into this song? Like, how long? What is a normal like song writing, from writing to actually having it like recorded? What does that take you?
So
How much time we got?
Yeah.
it really depends on each song. I've written some songs in a matter of like 3 days. Like the last few days, I've been just kind of on a roll writing some songs, and it's kind of rare for me because sometimes a song will take me 6 months to a year to write. I'm very unstudied in music, in the sense that like I don't understand music theory. I understand it, but I don't know it. There's a lot of things musically that I don't know. So it might make it harder for me, but I feel like the inspiration that I draw helps me make some really good songs. And like I said, sometimes it takes me a few days to write a song, and sometimes it takes me a year. As far as producing a song, it's kind of the same. Like I can whip up a really cool production in a matter of days, or sometimes it takes me a year. I just produced a song for a local artist. Her name is Jessica Pacheco. She's an amazing singer. She had put out some songs before, but the process that we took for her music was super involved and something that she hadn't done before and something that I hadn't done. I had only worked on my songs. So working on her with her song was amazing. We basically spent all of December of 2021 recording it in the little studio that I was allowed to use. His name is Robert Blea. It's Units Sound.
Oh, okay. I know his son. I went to high school with him.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Robert has been running the band Fat City forever.
Yeah.
Which Delmone had played in it
Oh, okay.
a point, and
so
Robert.
Yeah.
Robert let me use that studio, and me and her, we spent weeks of actual recording time. Sometimes I would go up to her place in Española, and we'd just kind of record whatever we were feeling, and then as far as like mixing it and finishing the production, that took a whole year to
Oh, wow.
get it finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have another song I'm working on with a local band here called the Mango Cakes.
Oh, they're really good.
Domingo,
Yeah.
what?
Mango cakes. They
Is
were
that
at the
Jerky Fest.
Jerky Fest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're
Yeah, they're great.
They were awesome.
yeah, they're homies. This song that we're working on for them, we're about to get it finished. It's taken like maybe 3 months,
Oh wow.
and these next songs that I'm putting out. One of them, it took me 2 years to work on. I'm actually going to work on it a little bit more, throw a few more things in there. But this one, Shoulder, I re-recorded it, made it mariachi style, and kind of made it sound like a sample, like it's some hip-hop stuff.
Yeah.
And, that one took me probably 2 weeks to write. But the process from that point, because I recorded the chorus in L.A. when I sang it, and then I moved, and then I've been holding on to it ever since. So it's been about 3 years.
Damn, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
it really depends, and it depends for a lot of people. Some people can just churn out stuff, like my friends Slims of Harvard.
Yeah.
They put out a single like every 2 weeks, every
Yeah,
month,
they do.
and they're busy, and they know what they want to do, and they're just going after it. I'm very critical and artistic in the sense that like I don't know if it's good enough. Oh, maybe if I did this one more thing, and then that means I'm waiting on somebody else to record something
Yeah.
because like I enlist some of the best musicians that I know to play on my stuff. Like this guy has been playing saxophone for longer than I've been alive, and
Dang, that's
it's gonna. But
I'm only
but for-
22.
But for
21
real,
forever.
that skill that goes into the recordings, the love that goes into it is what's so important. So sometimes I'm waiting on somebody to record something to make it, just perfect.
That makes sense. Damn.
So you guys, when you guys play shows, there's a couple other guys there too, right?
Yeah.
Or was
So when we played for y'all, we had like 7 people in the band.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's what I
think so.
thought.
I thought
We
you
had
guys
per-
had a pretty good
Yeah,
little band.
we
And
had
you guys have-
percussion, we had drums, guitar, bass. I was also playing guitar. Half of my band was actually the Mango Cakes for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like their rhythm section, basically.
So do you guys like? So there's does that when you guys are nighttime drive when we've seen you, has it been different people, or do you guys have do you guys make songs together that have all does that make sense what I'm asking?
So
Or
me and him have worked on more of the songs together. I kind of
under nighttime drive?
under Nighttime Drive, the songs that are actually going to be put out under LJ the Kid
Gotcha.
specifically. Nighttime Drive will be the label that's pushing it.
Gotcha, that's what you were saying.
But me and him have worked on some songs. I've enlisted the help of some of the band members for some of my stuff, but a lot of the stuff I do myself, especially like getting the ideas down. Like I kind of just kind of zone in and record a bunch of ideas and stuff. And at that point, once I feel like I'm at a roadblock, then I start enlisting help. And it could be people that have played in my band, and it could be, like my friend Camilo Quiñones. I've had him do percussion on everything that we've recorded so far, and he plays in Los Lobos, Osomali. Camilo has a resume that is so stacked, and
That's awesome.
there's almost no way I'd be able to get him to play live with me because he's always gone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's
though.
always touring and he's always busy. So
some
some of
killers
my
with
stuff is like that, where I'll just, hit up the best musician I know, and more than anything, the person who's right for the part.
Yeah,
You know,
that you feel that's right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got a good ear, obviously. For that kind of stuff.
Is there like a routine or anything that you go through when you're like, okay, I'm gonna be writing today or anything like that, or just
Nope.
kind of just like something hits you and you're like,
something hits. Like I'll leave a party if I start coming up with something, if I feel inspired, because it takes me a while, honestly, sometimes to finish a song idea. So like when I can zone in and just bang out a verse and a chorus in a few hours, like I'll just be doing that. And then sometimes like there's been points where I haven't had any inspiration for months, on end. And it's always different for me. I want to get into a regimen, but trying to balance life and work and
yeah,
the music, it's been a challenge for sure.
Oh,
He's trying to keep it
feel
all
that.
professional. He called me one night and was like, "Hey, I need you to lay some horns." And then, all right, come on over. So I got a studio at the house, and he shows up with a bottle. And
Hey, there you go.
We're gonna try to finish half of this before we start
Juice is
recording.
flowing. Gotta get it
We're all
flowing.
shaking, trying to put mics on and stuff. I'm
Hey,
like, you want to
sometime-
record now?
yeah. Sometimes you need that juice, bro.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you need it. You need to get that in.
I know we need some liquid courage before we go on stage.
Oh yeah. Well, before we go on stage, we definitely need liquid
We
courage.
need to loosen up a little bit.
So not I'm sitting there stressed, nervous. I'm like, bro, how many of these have we done? Still feel the same. Still freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Is that how you guys feel when you get on stage before like anything? You guys
You guys
nervous
just rock?
anymore?
No.
Just whatever, just ready to rock.
I mean, this is what I've been doing all
Yeah.
my life. So
Love that.
I love it.
What about your first big one?
My first big show?
Yeah, were you pretty nervous about it or just went out there?
Or you just did your thing.
I'm more hyped than
Yeah.
than nervous. That's what I bring. I bring the show. So when it's and we practiced so much, especially in the beginning when we were doing like Noise in the Hood, or even when I first got to New Mexico doing the Felonious Groove Foundation. It was, you see everybody else being nervous. It's like, okay, somebody has to be
Yeah, exactly. Someone has to
stable
be
in
ready.
this.
And I feel
Everybody
like I
can't
have
be
to
freaking
that
out.
for him. When we go out
shut
there,
up.
I'm like, we're good, bro. We're good. Because he's like, I'm fucking freaking out right now, bro.
But like preparation, yeah. I mean, if you're prepared, then there's no reason
Yeah.
to be nervous because
Mm-hmm.
You did
done it
everything you
1,000
could to be
times.
prepared,
Yeah.
and then it's just at that point, it's just
Yeah, they're all going to clap in the end anyway. So
Yeah.
They
even
showed
if
up
we
for a
suck,
reason.
yeah, exactly.
They're still
You're
gonna
right.
clap.
You're right.
Oh, hell no, I'm the opposite. Man. I'm like orchestrating everything. I'm, you know, I don't have a manager, so I'm managing everything, and then I'm also the technician to a certain degree. Like when I'm setting stuff up, I'm a sound engineer, so like the sound is super important to me, and you know, getting that set up, getting a good team for that. I'm thinking about a lot of that before I'm even thinking about the show. So like by the time the show comes, like right before, I'm usually like a little nervous, but more nervous about the technical side and everybody else doing their part. Like I'm not as worried about me doing mine.
It's just
but
everybody else.
Yeah, but I definitely think that I've been getting more and more used to that. Like by the time I played on your guys' show, like even then I was like, when I'm performing, I'm not as in it as I should be all the time because I'm so focused on everything. The
Yeah.
whole thing, you know.
that's what
But-
he's always nervous about. He's nervous about cables and
Yeah.
like carpet. I'm like, yo, what about the music? Oh, the music's fine, but this cable. Like,
Caleb fucked me up over here.
Well, it's hard too when you're trying to work with only good musicians, like, you know, working with the Mango Cakes, all of them play in so many other bands too because they're some of the top musicians in the state. Plus, you know, I'm always working and doing other things, and so it's hard to get people together to rehearse. It's hard to get people together to just
Practice
make
the
something.
parts.
Yeah.
Practice parts. It's hard to just make sure that all of that is just going to fall together at the show, and it usually does, especially with good musicians. But me, a perfectionist, I want to rehearse fucking 5 times a fucking week, and
Yeah.
you know, hours a day. That's what I want to
And
do.
you being the perfectionist, how does that go into like the video? You said you guys just did a video for this song, right?
Yeah, man, this song is going to be coming out. We just shot a video. Travis Ruiz, Fisheye,
Yeah.
Lowrider Beef Jerky.
Our boy.
That dude brought so many cars.
Oh yeah.
To that shoot,
He's
dude,
the
it was-
car plug.
yeah, shout out to all the lowriders
Yeah,
in
he
New Mexico.
is the
Wow,
car
they-
plug, bro.
Hundreds
he's
of
the
cars
man with
came
that.
out. It was.
Dude, it was.
We thought there was going to be about 4 or 5 cars. We were frantic on Facebook right before, like Instagram posting. Like,
Who's got a lowrider?
in 30 minutes, please. We need cars. And by the time we got out there was cars everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, just in the lot that we were in, it was a little parking lot. I think it's El Camino, right? We had like $2 million worth of cars.
Damn.
And then
Those things
cars
are bad,
lined
too.
up down the block. constantly
Motorcycles,
going back and
bicycles,
forth. Yeah.
people bringing
That's sick.
lowrider
It was
skateboards.
insane.
It was crazy.
So, me being a perfectionist going into that, it was easy because
Is it-
that time I hired some people to get some things together for me. My homie Dalen, La Bud Bruja, she helped coordinate everything for me. Mr. Duck,
Ducks.
he's a
the
videographer.
man,
You
yeah.
guys know him, yeah. He's the fucking man. He's an amazing cinematographer, and between them two, like coordinating everything together beforehand, and then I had a friend of mine. Her name is Estrella. She helped me choreograph, and she danced in the video with me.
You did some dancing?
Yeah, man, it was all choreographed, and she taught me that shit in like 2 days.
That's sick.
And yeah, having her was
Just never learned
amazing.
the steps. Duck is a great cinematographer.
Yeah,
But-
it's all about the editing.
It's all about the cuts.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I had another homie. He's been cooking food out of his own house recently. It's actually the Mango Cakes drummer, her brother. His name is Gabe. He's doing a thing called No Cap Cookout. It's amazing. He makes plates at his house, and he sells them. And I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, bro, come out tomorrow. We need catering." He's like,
Bro.
"Bet." So yeah, he came out and catered the whole thing. Everybody who brought their lowriders were happy as fuck.
What kind of
And
food is
everybody
that?
was fed. He made some barbecue, he made some really amazing baked beans with bacon inside it, and he
Yeah, that might be the same.
Burgers and
That might be
all
the same place Travis and my sister. They've been getting. I don't know. They showed up. We had a barbecue for the 4th, and they showed up with some like burnt ends, like barbecue, and that shit was fire. So it might be the same guy we're talking about. I didn't get the name from her, but yeah.
I'll send you
Love
the
it.
name. You
Yeah,
all got to try
send it over.
It's amazing.
Send it over. We do. We actually do like food reviews, food highlights here in town. Yeah, we go to
Hell
like yeah.
We need to get
Yeah,
another
we
one.
go
in
to
soon.
spots like local spots around town, and we'll hit them up. They feed us. We do a whole video for them and kind of just talk about their business and stuff. So those are
Yeah, that'd
our
be
favorite
sweet.
things to do.
If
Yeah,
you guys
definitely.
need some taste testers before you go on, let us know.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, we love anything local too. It's like that's kind of what we like to put
Yeah,
on, like
we-
just bring up how cool Albuquerque is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
But
a
yeah,
lot
that
of
does
people
help.
don't realize like the arts, the food, some of the amazing
people,
things about
man.
this place.
Yeah.
You know, the people are amazing. Like, there's a lot of comedians that'll talk shit about Albuquerque. A lot of different people, a lot of bands who don't even come through here, and it can be a rough place, you know. But
It's
when
rough if you talk shit about it.
but when you've lived here and you understand how the people are, and you know where to go to get the best food, and you know you have some amazing artists as friends, you really do see the beauty in this place.
that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
feel like that's what the big thing that we've realized too is just like collaboration with other local peeps, like some of the fashion guys or the music guys. Like everybody's been real supportive of us as we have been of them, and that's been like the thing that we didn't really
Yeah, we didn't really
think that was
realize-
going to happen, which is it's been cool.
Didn't
Oh,
really
yeah.
realize that when we started everything. Like that wasn't even what we were thinking about at the time, and just all the people we've met through doing the podcast, just different people coming on the show and people we've never like actually met, and then we come and have like a sit down talk with them. We're like, damn, that dude was pretty fucking cool, huh? Like,
We'll do like pop-ups,
Yeah.
or they would do. We just do a golf tournament in April. We had a couple guys come do a pop-up there too, and so it's been the collaboration part has been really cool.
Congratulations.
Especially locally.
yeah,
That's pretty
appreciate
cool.
it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's
I know
fun.
this is not easy to do.
Yeah, no, it's fun though. It's like our little
Like a little therapy
yeah,
sesh
a little
every
therapy
week.
sesh every week. We
So
get
I've
a-
been depressed for
just
3
come
weeks.
talk shit, yeah.
Just kidding. But not really.
I know there's some stuff going on around the world right now. We could get into that a little bit.
Do I need to bring out my folding chair?
Bring out the folded chair. No, but
We got your tinfoil hat because we're about to.
so I didn't know
deep dive.
in Dubai. So Dubai is like the richest country in the world, right?
Well, city. Yeah.
City,
It's,
whatever.
it's like a.
City.
Damn,
It's
we'll,
like a
we'll cut that out.
sand-
Geography is not what we do around here. Richest city, you're right.
APS. Okay.
But
That's the break.
yeah, I guess they pay they try to pay for the lowest number license plate, and that like shows how
Rich you are?
rich you are.
Like 16 or something?
Yeah, like the person with number one, it pays like crazy amount. What? Check it. You can look it
Hold
up.
on.
It's like a stupid number for the number one license plate in
Oh,
Dubai.
wow.
It costs. Yeah, but like
They
that's,
better not come to Albuquerque. They'll just get stolen.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Don't
Oh,
put
they
that
wouldn't
shit
stand
out
a chance, bro.
They'll put it
Yeah.
on a Plymouth Neon.
There's some Dayton's on it. Huh?
Yeah, with some switches.
It's like, yo, that guy got out of his car. He had a 32 on that bitch. We found a lip.
40-inch lift kit.
I can't find it.
$14 million.
That's
For the
it.
number
was
one?
The, was
Just
the
for the
number,
license plate?
For the number one
Jeez.
license plate.
But it's probably some like Sultan or some like
Yeah, it's on a
like Prince or something. It's just
it's on a
loaded.
Rolls Royce.
Ooh,
$14 million? That's it?
$14 million.
I feel like in Dubai, that's like
That's nothing.
14
Yeah,
million.
everybody drives in, has a freaking Lambo or whatever, but
Yeah.
I feel like even a Bentley is kind of. It's like that's it. A Rolls Royce.
a Rolls Royce,
Yeah,
$14 million. They put it on a.
They
on
do
To
the-
better.
put that on like an '86 Ford Escort.
really just
Focus,
all
yeah.
out.
But yeah,
Like, where'd you get that from?
So I never knew that. I was
This license plate was purchased for over $14 million, but it wasn't just.
that's the number one.
Just the license plate. Okay.
just
Yeah,
the
just
license. No,
for
it's
the car,
just the
yeah, it's
license
just
plate
to have
for the
that
car.
plate.
To have the plate was $14 million.
That's ridiculous. But I mean, if you got it like that, then
Yeah, then whatever. Oil money.
Yep.
Hey,
Get some more later.
They have pet cheetahs out there, so
Yeah. No, that's wild.
I think that's even more impressive that you can train a cheetah to ride in your ride.
Have you seen what are those little Bengal cat? They're like the people that people have them here. They're like they're
Mountain lions.
they pretty much are, but they're like these little like domestic.
They're like skinny tigers.
domesticated like little like they look like cheetahs or like Bengal cats or whatever the fuck they call them. those things, they said they're like as smart as like dogs. Like you could teach them like tricks and shit.
It can also
Yeah.
rip your face
I'm
off.
about to
Smartest
say they
dogs.
can also.
Yeah, They also growl at you.
Yeah. They're also bigger than you.
A house cat will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I don't fuck with cats, bro. I don't.
Anything off a leash in Albuquerque streets is dangerous.
I agree, dude.
Even the Chihuahuas, they
Oh,
run
yeah.
in packs out here.
Oh,
Look.
facts. There's this
Dude, don't get me
Those are
little.
started
the
about the
meanest
Chicanas.
Yeah, exactly. That too.
You said you're tripping about homies raising cheetahs and shit. Have you ever been with a chick from New Mexico?
Yep, I'm still trying to
Got a
run.
goddamn tiger. She got a goddamn tiger in the
I don't
car.
even, we should change my name on here just so she doesn't know that I'm back.
We'll blur your voice.
Yeah,
like,
blur the voice
like
in the
on,
face.
in your face. Like on those drug shows when they talk
Put
to the
the-
drug dealer with the
Put the
ski
dark
mask.
light just on his just voice only.
With
The
the
back
Darth
from Alaska.
Vader
Yeah,
helmet.
exactly.
I'm
You
originally
don't know
from
what I've
Alaska.
been through.
They're gonna hear Alaska. You're the only person from Alaska here.
Oh, they don't. They got Alaska plates out here. That the witness protection program goes worldwide.
They bought those plates.
How was Alaska?
For
$14
$1 million. For $1 million, you could get an
How
Alaska
was
plate.
Alaska though? Like, what age were you there till?
From 1 till 18.
Oh shit! So you grew up in.
And
yeah,
as soon as I became legal, I got out of
that
there,
bitch.
man. Went as far south as I could. Oh, I started in Phoenix, and then you get off that plane and it's 124 degrees, and you realize, okay, I got on the plane, it was 55 degrees, and I got off the plane, it's 120. Nah,
I don't have any shorts.
it's like, what is this New Mexico thing all
Yeah.
about? Like, Albuquerque seems
go over
a
a
lot
little
better.
bit.
They don't sell snow shovels out there either. So. As long as I don't have to shovel snow, I'm happy.
Oh,
Hey, could you imagine shoveling snow? Like
fuck
even
no,
if it's
bro.
Colorado,
No,
every
I could
morning?
not imagine. The snow that builds up from our little 2-inch snow storms that we get.
Yeah.
And then I'll just leave it there.
I don't even
Like,
scrape the
hopefully-
ice off my
Like
windshield.
it'll melt.
I'll
You
just, I'll
It
just,
will melt, yeah.
I'll just put on the windshield wipers and hope for the best out the window, dude. That's how lazy I am.
Sitting
in
out the
the
window
winter.
like the Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. No, where was I saw something on it was like a news thing when it like during the winter. It's like some guy got arrested. He was like flame throwing his fucking
His snow.
Yeah, the snow off of his fucking
Oh, you got arrested.
yeah.
Not allowed.
Yeah, I don't think you could have flamethrowers.
Where do you even
It's funny, you can't have one, but they sell them at Home Depot.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I almost got arrested for flamethrowing my goat heads.
I was gonna say, I thought
Right.
people
Yeah,
do it for
bro.
weeds and stuff.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
their
Stuck
yard.
on one and
Yeah.
you were like,
They're like, it's too windy to be doing this. I'm like, I got it at Home Depot.
Did you guys see that fire on Sunday?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Saturday? It was like it looked insane. It was a warehouse or something over
It was
by
like
the
a
airport.
recycle.
Did you see the
house.
people posting like spaceships in the smoke?
Oh,
It was like they said it was like some alien thing. Yeah, it had
No
like
way.
a spaceship in
It was
the
an
smoke.
attack, dude.
Aliens are confirmed though?
But the fact that the government confirmed them makes me not believe it.
Like, are they legal or illegal
Yeah,
aliens?
see, that's my,
Just
I know a lot of aliens.
we don't talk about
we don't
them.
talk about the illegal
we
aliens.
we ain't dry snitching out here.
yeah. But they are confirmed. I don't know. I had a
I don't
teacher in high school. I really thought she was an alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had 3 tits or what?
Nah, she had a crazy eye, and it just would look at.
She had a
at
crazy
lot.
looking eye?
Yeah,
On her
she had
neck.
this crazy eye, bro. That'd look everywhere. I don't know if it worked, but
Just fucking.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's a little sketchy. So I do believe that she probably was an alien.
I don't know. I think it's fine if they. I don't know.
The thing is that they
I'm
are
a-
confirmed.
I know,
They
but
tried to
by
say
who?
all this shit forever that they weren't.
Well, actually, in Alaska, if you look at the sky, because there's no lights out there. There's stuff moving around all the time, every day, especially in the winter where the sun doesn't come up.
Damn.
You see stuff going on all the time.
So it's just normal.
Right.
Like
What part of Alaska?
Fairbanks, right in the middle.
Oh, it's right.
So it's kind of like when you live in a haunted house, like my last house was haunted, and I got hundreds of ghost stories. So you can't tell me
Let's
that,
hear one.
like, I don't know about any ghosts. I'm not sure if I believe it. It's like, man, I don't care if you believe in it or not.
But some
I
shit
live
was
with
going
one.
Yeah, I lived with
Hey,
him.
tell us
He's a
one.
roommate.
Tell
okay.
us, okay, the first
Yeah,
night. The
yes.
first night I was there, I was teaching over at Highland High School. So we had a basketball game. So I came back, and I had just moved everything in, but I hadn't stayed there yet. So I got there at night. It was dark. I opened up the door. And as soon as I closed the big door, I didn't know where the light switches were or anything. As soon as I closed the door, I felt this cold, hard hand just right on my shoulder. It's like the most bitch I've ever been in my life. I was like, trying to find a light. I couldn't find the light switch, and when I finally found it, I turned it on, and I looked around, and like it was just like a little stepway, but you could either go downstairs or upstairs. But I'm standing on this little, like 6-foot square by myself, and I can't see anything. I'm yelling. I didn't hear anything go upstairs or go downstairs. I'm like, hello.
Oh, fuck no.
Nothing.
Walking right back out the door, never going back.
Leave all my shit
Yeah.
there.
Well, when you sign a 1-year lease,
I was just gonna say.
Like, you walk back in, hey, dog.
no wonder this
I'm
place
here
has
for
been
at least a
abandoned for a year and a half.
I believe you though.
Oh, I do too.
But it's New Mexico, so when he turned the light on, what actually happened was he realized it was the old tenant that didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
That got evicted.
Yeah.
Well, he must have Tom Cruise on his stunts. I don't know how he got out of
Can't
there
be touching me
fast.
like that if you ain't paying rent around here
Strong
either.
hand, man. It was like that. It was like, let's pitch
Strong
in,
hand.
like, wash some dishes or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got stories for days in that house.
Bro, no
And he wasn't aggressive, wasn't mean, but
Just some sketchy shit.
he was just there.
Was it the same one the whole time?
Yeah, yes, old man.
Damn.
I found out because the day I was moving out, he had help with the animals and bugs and stuff like that. But he sent a snake that's what got me out of there. I couldn't find the snake. I had an exterminator come through.
Oh, hell.
He spent 8 hours, 3 different days trying to find the snake.
Did you see it?
The snake? No.
You could feel it, or you could hear it.
Well, when he cut open the walls and stuff, he's like, "Look, I don't know how you feel about snakes, but not only are there multiple snakes in this house, but they've been living here for years because you could see snake shit all through the walls." And so I went and told the neighbor. I said, "Look, I don't know if you know this, but for the past year I've been living here, the house is haunted." And he sent a snake, and he had 2 little kids. So it's like let you know that we're in a townhome and we share walls. So there's a snake loose somewhere, and he said there's multiple snakes, so just be wary of that. I was like, well, since he's like, a ghost, you have a ghost in your house? Like, yeah. Actually, tell me this: did somebody die here? And he's like, no. I'm like, are you sure? Like an old man? He said, you know what? Yes. The guy that I bought my house from, he actually bought your place for his dad that was dying. So he had put a door in between it to be able to share. And so, yeah, the old man died in the house. And then once he died, he sold me my unit. But yeah, old man did die in there.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, a guy did die. And I was like, was it a man? He's like, yeah. I was like, an old man? He's like, yeah, how do you know? I'm like, well, because
We've been chilling for a year.
when I'm here, when I'm sleeping upstairs, you could hear like somebody running up and down the steps. And then when I'm sleeping downstairs on the couch, you can hear somebody running, walking back and forth upstairs. He's like, oh man, I believe you, because when you're out of town, I would let him know I'm out of town, I'm on tour. And he said, I would hear somebody walking up the steps, and I think it's my kids playing on the steps, and I go to their room, and they're in the room. But I could hear in the wall that somebody's walking up and down your steps.
Oh my God.
Oh,
dude.
no.
Hell no.
I'm selling that house next
I've
to
had
you. I'm
the
selling that house next to you. Like, I'm out, too.
Especially you got Voldemort running around with snakes, dude. God.
I mean, like I
you.
said, I got stories for days. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, no, thank you, sir.
Love it.
So go surreal.
Go
Believe
confirmed.
it. I promise
Confirmed
you.
here,
Delmone.
April Fool's
They're
Pod. Yeah, confirmed.
From the, what is it, the sax, AKA crazy sax?
Sexy
Cyber
sax.
sax.
Cyber sax.
Group sexes. What is
Group sax.
Sax therapy.
That's fucking crazy.
That's good shit.
It was I want to go back there and knock on the door and find out, like,
Who's living
hey,
there now?
Hey,
Like, hey,
you guys have any ghost stories? You know that? But I don't want to freak anybody out.
You got to burn it down after you leave, dude.
The whole complex, right?
Yeah.
Nah, nah.
And then you
gotta-
just reveal, like, this was sitting on an Indian tribal ground, and we just released all the spirits.
All right, yeah. Now we're really in trouble.
Now we're really fucked around here.
Dude, I am 100% convinced the Downs is haunted.
The casino?
Yeah.
Or what is it?
Yeah? Why?
100%. Because I've worked in there so many times doing sound or, and yeah, like basically every time I'm in there, something happens sound-wise. Like technically, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh shit.
I was working for the band that he was in at one point. They're called Fat City, and they've played at the Downs so many times. And they were playing a song called Superstition. You know what that is? Superstition, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a verse. It's very superstitious. Nothing more to say. Very superstitious. The devil's on his way. And like they were playing that song and they sang that line, and right then the wireless unit that they're using, the wireless mic, freaked out. The frequencies went, like, literally, sometimes when that happens, like, it screams. It's just like, and it went through the whole system, and I'm, like, running from the crowd, because that's where I'm listening to the sound. I'm running to the board to, like, stop that from happening. And, you know, it stops maybe 10 minutes later. They use a different mic, whatever. But yeah, when they're singing that song, that happens. And then I recorded that whole show. I recorded all the individual tracks. So I'm going back and I'm listening to it after the fact. And he's like, the devil's on his way. And I'm seeing like the waveform, and it's just like to 10. That hadn't happened the whole show, anywhere else in the show. It was just something random and crazy and freak that happened. And it was funny because the guy who was playing bass, his name is Roland. Rest in peace. Mm-hmm. He, as soon as it stopped, he was like, "Sorry, I farted."
Like, that was not the devil.
That's funny you even say that, because Roland passed away on that stage.
Yeah.
What?
And then 1 month
At
later.
the Downs?
Yeah, at the Downs.
Yeah, he didn't pass away on the stage, but he had that heart thing that happened on the stage.
Yeah, he had
and then he was in the hospital for a couple of days.
And then 1 month later, Michael Herndon passed away on that stage.
the singer of that same band.
And that
on
same night,
stage.
while they were trying to resuscitate Mike, Robert Balea had a little mild heart attack on the other side of the stage.
What the?
All right.
Yeah.
So,
You guys
R.I.P. to
convinced
those
me.
gentlemen.
All right.
That's-
All right.
Rest
all
in
right.
peace, Mike and Roland.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the
Miss you
Downs
guys.
too.
I'll never be going
Yeah.
there.
But yeah, man,
Damn,
I
that's
refuse. I refuse to step into that building anymore. And
Good.
like I've never had a ghost story myself. Like I've always
chills.
I believe in them. You know what I mean? Like I have no doubts that they're real. That spirits are real. I'm a very spiritual person, but I've never had a ghost story. But now, like I won't step foot in that room because of that.
Oh,
Fuck all that.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
nah.
And you know, Mark Enriquez has pictures of the Ghost in Sunshine, right?
No.
Yeah, he's got a ton of pictures of this. There's a guy dressed in a tuxedo, and he's carrying a woman in this long red dress, and her leg is just jacked up. But
Gotta figure out the
yeah,
story behind
he's
that.
got plenty of pictures. You guys ever get a chance to
Yeah.
talk to him?
Well, Sunshine's out for me, too.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Don't need to be
Sunshine
going
So
there.
Theater as
listen
well.
to the Atmosphere song. I forget what it's called. But you guys know Atmosphere?
Oh yeah, didn't some woman got killed right during their concert
She got kidnapped during his concert.
here?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
It was one of the
What?
janitors.
Yeah.
He basically kidnapped her, raped her, and stuffed her in the walls at Sunshine.
When was that?
That was
A few years
Really?
ago, like about
Like,
10 years
While
ago.
we were alive? Obviously.
Nah, not
because
10.
Atmosphere
Probably
was
longer
on.
than that, right?
I don't
no,
know.
it was at an Atmosphere concert, and he's not that old.
There's been a
Like
couple.
the early,
There's been
like,
a couple
early,
of
like
deaths
late
over there.
'90s, right? Early 2000s, probably.
No,
Yeah.
Atmosphere.
No. It's
Atmosphere's
the
not
early
that old.
2000s. And
Early
there was
2000.
two deaths there.
Yeah, the song is called That Night. It's by Atmosphere. It came out in
I'm not gonna
2005.
look it up. My fucking laptop's gonna get possessed.
But yeah, he wrote a song about that night.
Oh hell to the nah.
Yeah, that's sad. R.I.P. her.
That's scary as fuck.
Yeah, this podcast took a pretty
Yeah, this
dark
is
turn.
Yeah,
it's
it
getting
took a-
dark,
Y'all want
dude.
ghost stories?
did
We can tell ghost
It
stories.
did take
bro.
a fucking dark turn. God
How about
damn.
those
We're in-
isotopes?
How about,
How about Lizzo and her fat backup dancers?
bro? How about Lizzo? Did you guys hear about that? She's just a scumbag.
Or is she? Or is some fatty just looking for her moment in the spotlight?
I think she's a scumbag.
Well, also, I don't really.
I like her.
I don't know anything
I
about
don't
it.
know. I have no
I
idea
don't
who
know.
she is.
They were making it.
I've
What
heard
was
her
it?
No, they went to like some strip club and she like made them eat bananas out of strippers' vagines, or she was like, they were like shooting them out, and she like made them eat it. But also, they were probably drunk and they were probably like You should
It's
eat it.
funny. And then they ate it.
And then they want to sue Lizzo because she made her.
So is she having auditions or what?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, bro.
Where else are
The
these?
sexy sax is coming towards you.
Where else are these fat bitches gonna get work? Besides work,
Wait,
dancing
are they
for Lizzo.
all? Are they all just?
They're
like,
all Lizzo size.
really?
And then they're slapping her in the face for giving her a job.
I saw one girl. She was like, "Yeah, I was so scared about. We had a audition, and I was so scared that she wasn't gonna like. So I soiled myself.
I shit my pants.
Yeah, and still kept dancing just so she wouldn't like fire me on the spot.
Imagine you shit your pants and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna blame it on my boss.
Yeah, it was her fault.
And say
I
that
thought she was gonna fire me.
say that dance routine was the shit.
I don't know, man. I don't even know one Lizzo song or know if she's a good person or a bad person, but it just kind of it's funny.
Well, at least she's feeding the band. We do know that.
Yeah, at least they're getting
Yeah.
at least the food's included.
Yeah, exactly. That is facts.
Yeah, but anyways.
Oh yes, the podcast did take a turn.
We're out. We got out of it.
Took a crazy turn.
No more no more chills, man.
Last question I do have for you, just for JD the Kid, Nighttime Drive. What do you see going forward? Like, what's the goal in the next 5 years with everything?
So for LJ the Kid, the goal is to make music with my friends, to hopefully get to a point where we can start touring and I can start, paying some of my friends to go on the road with me. Really musically, my biggest goal is to just have fun making music, have fun playing shows, and get to a point where it's not costing me money, where I can actually give other people money to be able to help me with it.
Yeah.
For Nighttime Drive as a brand and as a label, like I want to be able to help other people, outside of just myself and, even outside of just music. Like I want to be able to help artists, do artistic things, because there's so many amazing artists in this state that don't get credit, that don't know the business, that don't know, how to make something happen with their art. And as a brand, like I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to, I want there to be a thing when people see Nighttime Drive, they know what it is. They're like, oh, it's that artist, or oh, it's that artist, or, it's that collective of people that do all these things. That's the goal for Nighttime Drive. The goal for me is to make music and have fun doing it, and to play music and have fun doing it.
Hell yeah.
And I'm really happy to have the help that I do in Mr. Saxophone Delmone, because he's been a great mentor throughout the process. And
Thanks, man.
even the other people that are helping me out. I have so much help and so much support. I really feel like I don't have enough haters, because I don't have that fuel.
Oh
to
wait, don't
drive
wish
me.
that honestly.
But no,
They'll come.
I've had so much support from so many amazing people that have done amazing things. And if it wasn't for the camp that I started in, that he was playing in, the JDS, they were a band that was doing really well out of here too. If it wasn't for them, meeting them, coming from Southeast Albuquerque, low income my whole life, like I wouldn't know what was possible. I never would have went to LA. There was a lot of things that I wouldn't have done or wouldn't have known were possible had it not been for them. And as a brand, I want to be able to do that for other people here too. Because the thing is, like, when you grow up in New Mexico, a lot of times you see a ceiling. You see a ceiling that you can't get past, and you just kind of, whatever. I'm going to just throw my songs out and hope they work. And I'm going to just do kind of the bare minimum, and then I'm going to go work my job. Like, there's so many amazing artists here that don't see the potential that they have, and that there is once you just learn a little bit of the business, and once you start applying that. And I really want to be able to help show people what is possible, especially from us out here. Like, I've done jam sessions in Los Angeles. I've met musicians from all around the world that have Grammys and awards and all these different things, and they're no better than a lot of the people who are here. They just have a better business sense. Yeah. A lot of them do have a better work ethic. They put more into their music and less into their personal, or they figure out a way to make it work in other places. Whereas here, music is really kind of just looked over, and we don't get a lot of funding for, the arts here in general, at least on the music side. And yeah, if there's a way that I can make that happen, where I'm helping people from here and even people from other places, but especially here with my music, with music that I've helped other people make, that'd be amazing.
That's awesome.
I love that, bro. That's fantastic. That's a great answer.
That's a fucking.
Don't
great
ask us the same question.
Well, I mean, if we just take it a little
no, episode 250.
a little bit more
Doing this
simpler. I
shit
mean, it's
still.
called Nighttime Drive. If we could just get a car.
We need a car.
Great. We need a
we
car.
took the bus
we need
here.
a ride.
They're giving us a ride home after
Yeah.
this.
I was gonna thumb it, but you guys are gonna give us a
Actually,
ride.
Yeah, we got
Just
you
started
guys.
Ubering,
You know what?
so-
Got you guys. No big deal.
Yeah.
But bro, that is today's pod.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
guys.
awesome. We appreciate you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Love
Yeah,
hearing
absolutely.
about all of it. Gonna have to have you guys
Yeah,
on again soon.
we'll do another one for sure.
Gonna have to have you guys
don't have enough time.
come out for one of the live shows again too. That was awesome. Even
That was.
yeah,
Hell
and
yeah.
even anybody else you guys are trying to put on as well. We'd love to be a part of it.
sure. People
and
loved it.
Do something, but yeah,
Well, actually, we're coming out with I'm doing sound design and audio and mixing and Foley on this movie called Coyote Cage. It's a feature film. We're debuting it at the Hispanic Cultural Center on September 22nd.
There we
And
go.
it's sold out in 2 days.
no shit.
It's about illegal immigrants coming over the border and getting to the safe house that's not so safe. It's a suspense thriller movie, and we've got a lot of talent on there, and it's coming out to be really, really, really entertaining. And well, you're gripping your chair the whole time because it's
Love
a
it.
story that no one has really touched on.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it, and I'm an immigrant too. I'm from Korea, but it's I crossed some water a little bit. And,
Yeah.
It's a little
but
bit.
I still get nervous when immigration comes around. So it's touching on a story that is very prominent to the Southwest, but no one has really touched on, and well,
That'd be
you
awesome.
don't even think about the horror stories of it, and
I couldn't even imagine. Yeah.
now we have something that's authentic to New Mexico by New Mexicans, and looks like it's going to do pretty well. So
Very cool.
if
Coyote
we can-
Cage.
Coyote Cage. If we can come back and be
Yeah.
able to.
100%. Let's
Oh,
do
that
it.
would- that would
Yeah.
be awesome, man.
That
I
would be
appreciate
awesome.
it.
That would be cool for us too.
Definitely.
That would be awesome. Any last messages you want to send out there? You want to plug anything before we sign out?
Yeah, we have the song coming out within the next week and a half here in August. Really excited about that. Keep an eye out for that. We just shot a video for it. The video is going to be amazing. I've seen some of the footage. We're editing that down right now. And next month I'll be putting out another song, and then the next month another song. Like, I'm really starting this process of releasing songs, and I'm going to try to continue that as much as possible. So keep an eye out for LJ the Kid and Nighttime Drive. Shout out to Lowrider Beef Jerky. Go grab some of that, because
Oh, yeah.
Travis is amazing.
Yep.
Mike C, thank you so much for everything that you do for us in sound and engineering and advice. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad. Let's do a whole award speech.
Thank you,
whole
Jesus.
speech.
Thank you, Lord.
But yeah, no, tune in to April Fool's Pod.
Hey.
Of course, these guys are awesome, funny as shit. And I definitely been wanting to come on here for a long time. So thank
Hell
you
yeah,
guys for
Jack.
having us
Of
out.
course, we
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely,
you guys
bro.
so
Appreciate
much.
you.
That's it for today's episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think about the boys. Make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram. All of the socials are going to be tagged in the bio. Check out the YouTube. All the music's going to be on all platforms. Support local. Take care of your boys. And again, make sure you like, subscribe,
See you guys next week.
play the music.